So I wrote some code to read in the Marvel data as a bipartite graph, and then to build the character by character graph, and then find the top K strengths. And I just reused the heap code from the last unit to do that. The new part to focus on is right here. So it goes like this. What we do is we loop through all the different characters in the list of characters, and for each character, look at all the different books where that character appears. Then look at all the characters appearing in those books. And for each of those triples, right? So this is a character, the books for that character, and the characters for that book, including the character itself, by the way. It's going to make a link from the first character to the second character. Oh, and this make a link, I modified this make link so that if you make a link twice, it just keeps a count. And so that's going to keep a measure of the total strength between character 1 and character 2. So really, if you think about what it's doing here, it's actually for each pair, character 1, character 2, it's going to add 1 each time there's a book they have in common. So it's going to count up the number of books in common between character 1 and character 2, which is really just what we wanted. But it's done in terms of a triply nested loop here. The running time here has to do with the number of edges, right? It's not actually the product of the nodes times the nodes times the nodes. Though if it's a completely correct connected graph, it will be. But if it's a sparse graph, for each character, we're only going to list the edges that come out of that. So when I actually execute this, one of the things we see is that this computer is faster than my laptop by about a factor of 2. So it took me 0.5 to read the graph. But anyway, it reads the graph pretty quickly. It computes all those strengths, which is the part that we're focusing on here in just a couple seconds. And then it runs through the characters that are connected to other characters and finds the top 10. And I'm not a comic book expert, but I know enough to actually recognize a couple of the things that are going on here just from recent movies. You can see that there's a very strong connection between the Human Torch and the Thing. These are both members of the Fantastic Four. I'm going to say half of the members of the Fantastic Four. Here's another one, Mr. Fantastic, and I think the Invisible Woman is the other one. So what we see here is that books that have the Human Torch will often also have the Thing in them and so forth. So all the different pairings of the Fantastic Four end up having very high weight. They have a lot of books where they all appear together. Similarly, Spider-Man appears very often with, I'm pretty sure that's his grandmother, and also with his editor, because Peter Parker is a reporter. So his editor, J. Jonah Jameson, shows up in a lot of books with him. Captain America shows up with Tony Stark, and I don't think I would know that one at all, except there's a current movie out that has them together, and I think it's because they're both Avengers. So they're individual characters, but they also appear together often, and I have no idea who Vision and Scarlet Witch are, but I'm sure they're awesome.